Welcome to the No Plays Off podcast. We're talking everything hardwood, baby. This is the quarter season mark.
We're not at like the 0.2 mark, right? Like
We're
the
not.
point, one.
Listen, you guys are tuning in to Alex Gullett. I'm Paul Nelson. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run through. Listen,
We got a couple good questions.
Still early in the season, but we need to start handing out who the front runners, who's the dark horses. What did we know? What did we not know? What did we get wrong?
Yeah, because there's some surprising things this year.
There is. And especially, listen, surprising thing, I'm wearing black for a reason today.
You are.
Unfortunately, my Celtics lost to the Indianapolis Pacers last night.
In the midseason tournament.
What are your thoughts on the midseason tournament?
Can I tell you about it?
Please do.
At first, I was like, what tournament?
I don't know how it feels.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It feels very generic.
Yeah.
But here's what I will say.
Okay.
Watch some of the game last night. The players were into it.
Yes.
The players were into it.
Yeah.
And there is some financial benefit for the players.
$500,000 for each person.
That's not chump change.
No.
Right? And so here's what I'll say. I think I like it.
Okay.
I think it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I love how it will finish.
Yeah.
Right? So I love that you're going to have an all-tournament team.
Yes.
That's going to be fun. Right? Yeah. Because it started with all these teams and everybody got into the bucket.
Yeah.
And then they were broken into these divisions.
Yep.
And then you had the 8 come out of the divisions. And then you got your first matchups last night. We got matchups tonight. Lakers and Phoenix tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Both the dogs won last night.
Both dogs won last night.
Pacers won. Pelicans won.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to it really is going to allow somebody to shine mid-season a little more than normal with the MVP in the tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping you're going to have a player like Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh.
You're going to have a player like Zion Williamson or Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Somebody like that who's going to just show off, and they're going to end up winning the MVP.
Listen, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton, what he said is how we all feel as fans. He said, I've never won anything in my life. I've never won anything. Listen, he wasn't a highly rated recruit, right?
Yeah.
He went to Iowa State.
That's right.
He dragged them as far as he could.
But they were Iowa State.
Then he went to Sacramento, got traded. They said, hey, Sabonis is a better play. Go to Indy. Worked out well, I think, for both teams.
They had De'Aaron Fox still already.
Yeah, it worked out well for both teams, but love that sentiment. My only issue with the midseason tournament, or the midi as I call it.
The midi.
Right?
Is there a name for it? It's just Las Vegas tournament or?
No, I wish they call it the midi.
The midi. I love that.
Do that. That's what the
midi.
Or the DeRozan. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's mid-season, mid-range. Let's do it. Right? I don't like how the games are spaced out.
They're a little spaced.
I wish that because it's a mid-season tournament night when the courts are different and stuff like that.
The courts look amazing though.
Some of them do.
Although it bothers me on TV.
The reds are a little red.
Yeah, and the
reds are a little red.
Even the darker is like harder to see on TV where you're like the uniforms are matching in and you're going, it's different. It's NBA Live.
Yeah, yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
I wish they would take a month. I wish they would take from November till Christmas and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to have the midseason games. These are your midseason games.
Now, the midseason tournament, the games still count toward the regular season record.
They're embedded.
They're embedded, right? It's just a tournament in between, right?
That's it.
But to me, as a Lakers fan, it seems like the Lakers gotten up for the tournament too. So they've looked a lot better since the tournament started.
I think they've looked better since Vanderbilt came back.
Yeah,
and you were trying to trade him. Maybe again.
I'd still trade him.
I mean, I know you would.
Yeah.
I know you would.
But I'm that guy.
Who's been your biggest surprise so far?
Yeah, so I'm going to go surprise over the entirety of the season so far, right? Yeah. And I know we can go players. I've got a bunch of players because I'm going to go with the whole team.
Surprise kind of went right with who you were talking about with the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. It does because I think that's kind of where my brain's at in the NBA this year is like looking at everything and you're going, there's some really good players coming up and some teams that haven't been good, but now they're starting to be good. So I'm going to go by my biggest surprise so far this year. Do you realize the Pacers offense is outpacing the best offense ever in history of the NBA?
They're aptly named.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the Pacers are pacing. Yeah, 129 points a game. They're shooting 51% field goals as a team, 40% from the three-point line, and 80% from the free throw line.
Yeah.
That's the most efficient thing that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And scoring that many points, that means tempo is rolling. Now, I'm going to ask you, where's their weakness? I'm going to go through some names. And I didn't even put everybody on here.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton's playing like a
fantastic
all NBA player.
He's playing like I've said.
Oh,
the
well,
last
I don't
2
know that
years.
you said it like
Oh,
that.
my
I mean, you
God.
said he was good, but you've never given him his
Okay.
due like this. And so
Yeah.
you always want to take credit for things. Let me just
You always forget.
maybe I forget when Paul says good
That's
stuff.
it.
Maybe. And then so you take Tyrese Halliburton and then a bunch of other throwaways because he was discarded out of Sacramento. And so here we go. Turner and Hield are always on the trade block.
Yeah.
And they're playing really well this year.
Yeah, they always
Turner's averaging
play
19.
well, though.
Hield is averaging 13, 14. Guess what? Bruce Brown. Come on over from Denver. What about Obi Toppin?
Bruce Brown, all he does is impact winning.
That's all he does. Everywhere he goes. Obi Toppin looks amazing this year.
Distressed asset from Knicks.
How about the kid off the bench? Benedict Mathurin. That's a score. Legit score.
And defender.
Yeah. He looks really fun.
Yep.
Looks really good. The team's all over the place. So, listen, they did over 500 while doing this. And guess who they just beat last night?
Yeah.
Only the best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics, who gave them a haymaker. Now, Boston without Kristaps, but you're going to have to get used to that. And I told you that. I warned you about that at the beginning of the year.
I think he's going to come
back. He'll be back. Yeah, sure. But then he'll get hurt again. But they are really fun and surprising a lot of people, I think. Halliburton, give him credit. Paul, quit acting like he's only good. The kid is great. He's playing really well.
I hate when you do shit like that all the
What
time.
did I do?
I'm just saying that you haven't hyped him up as much as me.
You haven't.
Listen, you go back for a lot of our takes. Yeah. I'll say something and I'll be like, yeah, I think Jaden Daniels is second best quarterback, third best quarterback. Could be Heisman. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Fast forward 2 months later, you're like, this Jaden Daniels guy, he's really up to something. I think he could be the Heisman.
Because you talk him up because you fantasize about
Alabama
being something.
I don't fantasize. I speak truth.
I don't think so.
And you just realize it late.
I don't think
Slow learner. My biggest surprise, I have 3.
You have 3.
Yeah, I've loved what Minnesota's done.
You're pulling an Alex.
I am.
Yeah.
So the 3 finalists.
Okay.
Minnesota in their defense. Holy crap, have they figured things out.
Rudy Gobert made a difference.
And I think it's Anthony Edwards' team finally.
Yes.
Orlando. I'm going to speak a little bit on them later because, again, I saw what you put down. I was like, holy crap, we are actually lockstep for this. This is odd.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then last one, Zion. Zion just playing well.
60% from the field.
When he's healthy. He is complete game changer. I hope he does not turn into our generation's Grant Hill.
You know what's crazy is that he's not. I don't think he will. But when I look at his stats and what he's doing, he doesn't stuff the stat sheet.
No, he's efficient.
But he's super efficient.
He is, and like I said, he changes everything. He changed how you have to guard the Pelicans.
Yes,
he changes their offense in a way that makes it more impactful.
He averages like 6.5 rebounds a game, and 5 of them are offensive boards.
He just makes the Pelicans a more fun team to watch as well.
Yeah, he does.
Flip side of that,
something has to.
Yeah, well, yeah. They hate sports in New Orleans unless you're LSU football.
That's true. Yeah.
Flip side of that's biggest disappointment.
Yeah, so I think there was so much hype. I'm gonna go. My biggest disappointment. I'm gonna go with the team also. Okay. My biggest disappointment this year so far. I'm gonna go San Antonio. Here's why. There was so much hype of Wemby coming in, and I'm really disappointed in Popovich. I'm really disappointed in the San Antonio Spurs organization right now because you have Wembanyama who comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew they were going to be bad. They had the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But this kid's special.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Tim Duncan's special.
He's an alien.
But he is an alien. Yeah. They may get the first pick again next year.
Yeah.
That's how bad they are around Wembanyama. And that's wild to me. Severely disappointed in Greg Popovich. Yeah.
Can I tell you why your take is absolutely wrong?
You can tell me whatever you like.
I don't know how they could be a disappointment when this is part of the plan.
Yeah, it has to.
This is part of the plan. Who's their starting point guard?
Who are they playing at point guard right now?
Jeremy Sochan.
They're playing
the power forward. Yeah. Jeremy. Listen, I love Jeremy Sochan. However, he's not a point guard. Okay,
no, it's not.
And he is very much in the Draymond Green light of rebound defense.
But he's not Draymond.
But he is not a point guard.
Yeah.
So what are they doing? They're letting guys rest. Keldon Johnson gets some rest. Devin Vassell gets some rest.
Yeah.
Trey Jones looks good.
Trey Jones looks good.
This is bad.
It's a horrible team.
But it shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a disappointment.
It's a disappointment.
This is part of the plan.
You asked me what my biggest disappointment was.
They're not disappointing.
And when I look across the league, I said, you know what? I think San Antonio is probably going to win 30 games this year with Wembanyama. They're not going to win 30 games this year. They'll be lucky to get to 20.
They shouldn't win 30 games.
Yeah, no, they should.
They should be trying to get that number one pick.
Yeah.
Get a number one pick to pair with
Wembanyama. Yeah.
I'll tell you who you should have been disappointed in. Okay?
Yeah, tell me.
Because my finalist, Scoot Henderson.
I'm disappointed.
You've said about it, hey, I thought he was going to be okay. He looks like
like trash.
Cannot shoot. I don't know why he's shooting.
That. I don't want to call him that.
Okay. He looks like.
But he looks like he doesn't belong in the NBA right now.
He should be a G League guy.
Doesn't he look like a G League?
No.
He can't find the ball. He's horrible on defense.
No, you know what this is?
He can't hit a jump shot.
It's Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz at Washington was like, wow, look what he does. He gets to the hoop. He is going downhill, gets to the free throw line. And then all of a sudden, somebody got in his ear was like, hey, shoot threes. Shoot threes.
The difference is Markelle Fultz was an efficient three-point shooter in college.
Yeah.
Then came to the NBA and the shot got jacked up. We already know Scoot couldn't shoot.
Yeah, so I just don't understand why Chauncey Billups isn't saying, hey, idiot, next time you take a three-pointer.
He's not an idiot.
Hey, young buck.
Yeah, young man.
Next time you take a three-pointer, I'm just going to sit you down. This is,
I agree.
He should think like Ben Simmons.
But I think Chauncey's probably doing some of the young team stuff where he's like, hey, let the guys cook. Let them make their mistakes. Let them learn from them, and let them.
Shaedon Sharp's look good, thank God.
Shaedon Sharp has looked good.
Memphis Grizzlies.
They're horrible.
Super disappointing. All we heard in the offseason, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Ja's out, 25 games. Don't worry.
Let Dylan Brooks walk.
Listen, we're better without him anyway,
yeah.
right? I listen to Chris Vernon all the time.
Well, what were they last year?
NBA
they won
ringer,
like 80% of the games without him?
All the time. It was, hey, I'm not, listen, Verno is hilarious. Love Kevin O'Connor, love Chris Vernon. But Vernon going on there being like, I'm not worried at all. They're going to be 15-10, man. Have you not seen Desmond Bane? They got the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
John Morant, they're going to be 20-5 by the time John Morant comes back.
Well, they were last year.
Okay,
right?
This year they might be.
So they played well without
5-20 before John comes back.
They look bad. But again, go back. We said it a couple weeks ago. You let Dylan Brooks walk. There was all the Jaren Jackson trade talk. There was all this going on. Listen, Memphis is in trouble.
Clark went down. Adams went down.
Yeah. Anderson.
Super disappointing still.
Yeah.
You have the Defensive Player of the Year. You have Desmond Bane, who borderline all-star. You got Marcus Smart. All we heard was, hey, Marcus Smart, this is a great trade for Memphis.
He's going to replace Dylan Brooks.
Way better than Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, that hasn't worked out.
I think the most disappointing thing from this season, though, is Anthony Davis.
You're so crazy.
I think he's
you do this to me on everything. It was Dallas Cowboys in the football episode, and now you're going to go Anthony Davis. Tell me why he's disappointing to you. Because I'm going to throw you some stats on Anthony Davis, and I want you to tell me why he's so disappointing.
Is he playing like a top 5 player in the NBA?
Can I give you some stats?
Can you answer my question?
Top 10, yes.
That wasn't the question. That is an answer to a question, just not the one I asked.
Yeah.
Is he a top 5 player in the NBA right now?
No.
Okay. Is he playing like the third best point guard in the NBA right now?
Third best point guard or power forward?
Sorry, power forward.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Now who's not being truthful?
No, let's have a conversation.
Go ahead. Hit me with your stats. You answered my question.
Anthony Davis is shooting in the season 5% higher than Joel Embiid.
Here we go.
He's shooting 50.
So you like that number?
Hold on, 53% from the field.
Yeah, like that number.
He's also a bad clip from the 3-point line, but 85% from the free throw line.
What's he from 3-point?
I think it's 27, 28.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
well
only
below
shot,
league
I think he's only shot like 8 to 10. It's not been much.
I think he shot more than that.
But he's shooting like one a game. Like who cares?
Oh, okay.
He's not hurting us. It's like Dennis Rodman throwing up a jump shot, right?
Yeah, no.
He's going to shoot one a game.
But when he's making them, it's he's stretch.
But
stretch four.
He's not expected to
stretch 4, stretch 5.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
85% from the free throw line.
Okay.
He's averaging 3 blocks a game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. A full steal.
Yeah.
He's averaging,
which is down from 2 weeks ago.
4 assists.
Right. Okay.
He's averaging 4 assists.
Awesome.
He's averaging 12.5 rebounds, which is more rebounds than Embiid, more rebounds than
great.
Most players.
Fantastic. Not Jokic, but yeah.
And he's averaging 23 points a game.
Awesome. And that would be amazing stats for Julius Randle.
No, it's not.
That would be fantastic.
Julius Randle's never averaged a double-double or 3 blocks in a game.
First of all, you're high. He's never averaged a double-double.
Yeah.
You're
Julius Randle's like a
you're
21-8
You're
guy.
wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'll pull it up right now.
He's never averaged in his career a double-double.
Yes.
Go ahead, pull it up.
Right.
Pull up his stats. I guarantee you're wrong. I bet you he averaged it, 2-3 years ago? First year in New York. Anthony Davis is having a terrible year because this is a guy, all we heard all offseason was, Look at the reps he's putting in. He's staying in the weight room. He's getting stronger. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's doing awesome. Look what he is finally going to be the guy for this team. If Anthony Davis comes in how everybody thinks he's going to come in, he might be MVP this year.
4 times.
Oh, what's that?
4 times.
Okay, then.
That's great, but they weren't great double-doubles.
I am so tired of you using stats when you think they benefit you. And then all the other time you go, shh, you guys talk analytics and stats. I watch the games.
But Julius,
I
you
watch
can't compare
games.
Julius Randle to Anthony Davis.
I said the numbers he's putting up are Julius Randle numbers.
Except the 3 blocks.
They are not. Yeah, that's true.
3 blocks.
Yeah, but they're not top 5
85% from the free
MVP
throw
kind
line.
of guy.
55% from the field.
You saying that you still think he's in that, he's a top 10.
I think he's a
It's
top
ridiculous.
10 guy.
If he were acting, right, if he were playing like you thought he was going to before the season, where are the Lakers right now?
I think Anthony Davis has the potential to be a top 5 guy.
Own it. Own it.
I don't know that he's that guy.
Own
We've had this conversation. No, hold on.
Drives me crazy because when he has a little stretch, last year when he has that stretch, and you're like, see, I told you the whole time, this is that guy. But then he acts soft like this. He plays like dog trash like this. And you don't call him out.
I do call him out.
Then
I do call him out. Listen, we go through it all the time. I'm like, how many times do I text you during an NBA season and say, trade Anthony Davis right now?
Well, within games. It's within games.
It's 3 to 5 games.
Yes. It's within the same game. It's
how many
Anthony
times
Davis.
I text you and I say,
I love Anthony Davis.
Star forward in the NBA.
This is his team, not LeBron's.
Yeah, and so we have those conversations. It's a love-hate relationship with Anthony Davis.
He hasn't been impressive to me. He hasn't been impressive to me. He hasn't been
you can
impressive.
Put him as most disappointing.
He has been most disappointing.
Anthony Davis.
He's up there with
the 23, 12 and a half,
yes.
4 and 3 guys, the most disappointing thing you could think of in the NBA right now.
Yeah, because he should be a Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic type player.
Should he?
Yes, he should.
With LeBron averaging 25?
Yeah, he should. He should. You don't think he can?
I think he can, yes.
So what are we talking about then?
But he doesn't.
Okay.
We had to come to grips with that.
And that's what makes it disappointing.
Really? You wouldn't be disappointed, more disappointing like
I'm not.
Devin Booker's only played 2 games.
Alex, I'm not, listen.
Klay Thompson can't hit a jump shot.
Alex, Anthony, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed with you.
Listen, Anthony, you're doing all right, bro. Do a little better, but you're doing all right.
The difference between dad and big brother, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Now,
I am a Lakers fan.
I know you are. Everybody knows you are. You got Kobe in the background.
Yeah.
What would Kobe say to Anthony Davis right now?
Oh, man.
Sack up, buddy.
Yeah.
Sack up. Maybe, you know what he'd say? Maybe the LA
Can I ask you this question before we move off Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
If you had to rank greatest power forwards in Lakers history, and the last 2 you had to rank were Paul Gasol or Anthony Davis, who are you putting ahead of who?
Right now, I'd have Pau.
You'd have Pau ahead of Anthony Davis?
I would right now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
It's really close, but I think so.
I think right now I would have Pau Gasol.
Yeah, I think I'd have Pau Gasol too.
Yeah.
Pau Gasol ahead of Anthony Davis in the
big
guy Lakers
listen,
stature. Yeah,
Lamar Odom had some nights where he played small ball 4.
Yeah, he did.
And he looked fantastic.
Odom had a couple really good years in LA.
He did.
Yeah.
He gave LA probably his best basketball.
He did.
So
Clippers in LA.
And we're not even talking like Robert Horry. I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, big man.
No, I get it.
Would you put Paul
Anthony
Gasol?
Davis is a better player, but you know what?
So you
Pau
think
had
Anthony
a better
Davis
run.
is a better player than Pau Gasol?
I think overall, when his career is done,
you think Anthony Davis is a better basketball player than Pau Gasol?
When his career is done, I think he will be. If you're asking me who I pick, I'm going to pick Pau Gasol.
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis has way more talent than Pau had.
Yes.
But I like what Pau did on the floor more than I like what.
And I think part of that is doing. The way Kobe pushed Pau.
Yeah.
Versus the way
LeBron pushes
LeBron kind of manages players.
Coaches players, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like, it's not my job.
Kobe would punch. Kobe ran through Pau Gasol. LeBron would never do that to AD.
No.
Could you imagine?
He'd do that to Ime Udoka.
He would do that to Udoka today.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say that so loosely in this podcast, though.
That's fine. Udoka would. Like I said, Udoka's got a punchable
Soft
face.
Bitch.
No, listen, Udoka's got a punchable face. He has been in fights. I don't know that LeBron has.
I thought you might have been rooting for LeBron to punch him because you were a Boston fan.
I miss Ime Udoka.
I know you do. You missing that.
And Joe Mazzulla, I think has he has the highest career winning percentage of any coach in NBA history to start their first 2 years.
Yeah.
I would take Ime Udoka in a minute.
Would you really?
I would.
Wow.
Players just play hard for that guy.
They do.
And he doesn't take any shit.
And look at Houston's playing well right now.
They are. I don't care. They are the best 8 and 9 team in the NBA. They've been impressive.
Yeah.
Now, they're not my most impressive. Can I tell you who I have most impressive so far?
Yeah.
All right. So I have, again, 3 finalists. Alperen Şengün from the Houston Rockets.
We did this totally different. You went 3 finalists.
I did. I went 3 finalists. I had Alperen Şengün. He is very similar to Domantas Sabonis. He's just having these crazy numbers. He's Nikola Jokic light.
We saw it a couple years ago start to happen.
Yeah, there was, and he grew 3 inches. He's like 7'1" now.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happens. It must be a European thing.
At 20, yeah,
I don't know. He's vegan now, maybe. I don't know. Tyrese Maxey
eating roots.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey. Again,
impressive year.
Can't say it enough. Doc Rivers had it right. He said, "Listen, we all knew how talented he was. We wanted to play him. Management had other ideas. What do you know? Nick Nurse. See you later, James Harden.
That's right.
Maxey's playing well. But I think most impressive is who you hit on earlier.
Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton having a great year.
Halliburton last year had a fantastic year. This year, he might be a 50, 40, 90 guy. He's sitting at 50. He's sitting at, double check me. I think he's sitting at 51% from the field. I think he's at 43% from 3.
Is he shooting the 3 that well?
He is. He always has. And I think for free throw, he's at 88, 89%. I think the last player to be 50, 40, 90
Malcolm Brogdon.
was Malcolm Brogdon.
6th man of the year.
I think I think that's when he started in Milwaukee.
No. Yeah, that was a year before Boston.
Yeah. So I think that Tyrese is exponentially better.
So right now he is 52 field goal percentage, 45 3-point percentage, 88 free throw percentage.
I'm telling you, he could be 50, 40, 90. 50, 40, 90
50,
is not,
40, 88 is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, let's be real.
So I think we might talk about him in a little bit as well. So who's your most impressive so far?
Yeah, so my most impressive right now, again, I win a team. I like what they're doing, and I'm a team guy, right? And so you don't follow teams, you follow players. You're kind of like Frank Jr.
Yeah, I'm the one wearing team gear.
You are wearing team
so
gear.
I don't want to hear it.
I just told you were Frank. I didn't mean it. But listen, I take that back. I apologize to you, Paul.
It's a compliment.
Shout out, coach, right? And so, listen, most impressive so far. Give me those Orlando Magic you mentioned earlier. 14-6 for the year. And here's what I'll tell you. More than I like their record, because I'm not a stats guy, they passed the eye test.
See,
they really do pass the eye test.
I'm not a stats guy.
Listen,
he's been talking stats.
If I told you the Orlando Magic were 14-6, beginning of the year, after 20 games, you'd have been like,
I'd have said, man, Tracy McGrady's having a great year.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Dwight Howard's having a great year.
Yeah, Scott Skiles back there. Penny Hardaway.
Baller.
You know what I mean? No, these are the France boys. Yeah. No, the Wagner boys. Wagner.
Those German boys.
Yeah, France and Mo. They're killing it out there, right? Yeah, and so
Larry.
Yeah, then you got Paolo. And he looks like he by far the best player out of that draft right now.
I have a question for you after you finish.
Okay. Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs. Look.
Jalen Suggs looks great.
They're way ahead of where they were last year.
Yeah.
Way ahead ahead of what I thought they were going to be this year. Jalen Suggs looks like he's legit.
At another level. This is how he looked like coming out of Minnehaha in high school. We look like in Gonzaga. One comment and then a question, right? There's something to be said when you play in the World Championship.
Yes.
Listen, Paolo
did it.
Franz played in it. Again, he was part of that German team that won it, right? So it's looking great. My question for you, right? Because you said Paolo's draft.
Yeah.
Right now, going forward, would you take Paolo or Chet? Because Chet was in that draft. And the magic came down to like, hey, are we picking Paolo or picking Chet? So if you had to pick one for the rest of their career in a redraft, who are you going with? Chet Holmgren or Paolo Banchero?
Tonight, I had to pick right now.
Yeah.
I'm going Paolo Banchero.
I thought you were going Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, I like the way he plays more than I like Chet. And listen, I think Chet right now, we're going to talk about Chet here in just a little bit. But Paolo is just different. The energy, the speed, the athleticism. You've seen him hit game winners already. We see him the world championships. Got a year on him already because Chet had to sit out last year.
Yeah.
doesn't have as much around him as Chet does.
I think Orlando probably has just as good around him.
Not the names. When you think of Shai Gill, you got Shea up there and
Jalen Williams,
the high school boy. I take that back.
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. I take that back.
That's dirty.
Yeah, no, he's on a lawsuit.
Show I don't your ID to the camera.
I don't play with anything like that. Hey, Josh Giddey, I don't know. I don't have an assumption or not. What I'm gonna say is I like the OKC basketball team.
Okay.
More than I like Orlando.
I would go Chet, but I will say this. I think both teams are ecstatic with the picks they have.
Yeah, they didn't miss.
I think Paolo ends up being a modern center. I think he played center for that FIBA team. I think that's the new iteration of center. You're either going to be Embiid or Jokic, which there's only a couple of them, or you're going to be Banchero.
Let me tell you this right now.
Yeah.
Banchero right now is averaging 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yep. He's
shooting the ball. Field goal percentage is 50%. 3-point percentage. This is last 10. This is regular season. Field goal percentage is 48%. 3-point percentage is 44%.
Yeah.
Free throw percentage is low. It's 67%. But he's also averaging 5 assists, almost a block, a full steal, and 20 points. Paolo's legit.
Yeah. He's something.
Yeah.
Now, I picked Chet, who I have as Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I think it's a two-man race. We talked about it all year. I like Chet's overall game. I think the way Chet plays with everybody, he is close to Kevin Durant as we're ever going to see. His mannerisms, his game is modeled after him. His handles.
Yeah.
He is, and I know that's blasphemous. I know people are going to be like,
yeah,
bro, you don't know basketball. You don't watch.
Yeah.
I watch. All right. I've seen a lot.
You're saying Chet right now is Kevin Durant.
I'm saying.
Go ahead, own it. If you're going to say it, say it. I'm going to put it on social media.
Chet's game is as close to Kevin Durant as we will ever see.
As we've seen so far.
As we will ever see. And as he progresses, as he gets older, we're only going to see it more like Kevin Durant.
The build is very similar.
Yeah, but it's almost this. It's this lengthy. His jump shot, the way he fades away, his mid range, his handles, the way he moves on the court is so much like Kevin Durant.
Kind of what Kobe did to Michael.
Yeah, that's Michael. Yeah. Michael
Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy. Yeah. So it's Chet for me. Who's your Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, Rookie of the Year right now. I think I'm going to go Chet also. But here's what I want to say, because I'm not going to leave it at Chet.
Okay.
Because Wemby is really close.
Yeah.
Here's the difference. We've already talked about the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
You realize Wembanyama's leading his team in every major statistical category except assists. Points, rebounds, blocks, steals, everything.
Selfies.
All of it.
Yeah.
Tunnel walkthroughs, best outfits, all of it.
Yeah, probably cursings from Pop.
Definitely that. Yeah. And so I think if Chet were on Oklahoma City, if Wemby were on Oklahoma City right now, what do you think he would be doing?
Similar stuff. He can't play from the outside like Chet can yet. Yeah, we saw a little bit of his game playing from the outside, but you don't want Wembanyama hanging around at the 3-point line.
So I want to pose a question to you now.
Yeah.
You're picking tonight.
Yeah.
For the rest of their career. You get to start a franchise. Are you taking Chet Holmgren or Victor Wembanyama right now?
I'm taking Chet.
Over Victor Wembanyama.
This is a hard one. This is harder than Paolo, Chet.
This is hard. I took Paolo over Chet, but
I'm going to take Chet.
Over Victor Wembanyama?
Victor Wembanyama.
I think you're going to be massively upset that you did that later.
I think Chet can continue to evolve. I think his game he has this untapped potential. I think Wembanyama is most effective when he's hanging around the rim, where he's supremely effective. I love Chet's ability to step out to the 3-point line and kill you from there.
So you think Chet's going to have a better career than Victor Wembanyama?
I think he will. I think when it's said and done, Chet will be rated higher in my rankings than Victor Wembanyama.
You are so high right now.
I'm not.
That is absolutely, that's crazy.
Drug test. I'm not.
That's crazy.
It's not that crazy.
Let us know what you guys think. Hey, look, if you had to start a career right now, you had to start a franchise, you got one pick. You can take Chet, you can take Wemby. Who are you picking? I know everybody's going to pick Wemby like me. This guy right here, that's right, Paul Nelson, took Chet Holmgren. That's crazy.
I did. I think both of them have MVP in their blood.
Do you think they'll be MVP? Have MVP?
I think both of them will finish with an MVP, but before their career's done.
Yeah,
but right now they're nowhere close to that. I think
they're not.
Next year, year 3, Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
But this year, who's your MVP?
You don't want to talk to
leading
me
the
about
MVP?
You don't want to talk to me about MVP.
Yeah, I do.
So I have 3 finalists on my list, and here's the way I have it.
Okay.
So right now I have at number 3. We'll go up, down, third to first. At number 3, I have Jokic. He's averaging 29.1 points, get 12.9 rebounds, 8 assists. Great year. They're third in the West right now. Can I tell you something? They're 50% without Jamal Murray. 50.
Yeah.
And I told you weeks ago, don't sleep on Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray could potentially be the best point guard in the West, best point guard in the NBA, a top 3 point guard in the NBA. And you told me it's absolutely insane. I think the Denver Nuggets rely more on Jamal Murray than they rely on Jokic. That's my hot take. So I have Jokic at number 3. At number 2, I went Luka. I went your boy. Hey, look, Dallas is doing Dallas things right now. Luka Doncic, I'm going to throw it to you really quick. 31.5 points, 9.3 rebounds, 8.8 assists, right? He's always knocking on the door, right, to triple-double. Mavericks are 11 and 8. They're 6th in the West right now. I like what Luka's doing. All right, so I have him in second. And then number 1, the defending MVP of the league. The guy who went one-on-one with Jokic and made him look like he did not belong in the same court as him last year and definitively took the MVP out of his hand and then took it home. That's Joel Embiid. Here's why. The 76ers are 12-7 right now, 4th in the East. But here's Embiid's stats: 31.7 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Jokic isn't out assisting him by that much right now. Embiid's got it. It's making a difference what he's doing on the floor, and Embiid is better defensively than Jokic. So Brian Scalabrine came out and he said, I saw an interview with him, and he said, you know what drives me crazy about today's NBA, the media and in today's NBA? He said, is you guys anoint superstars that can't play a lick of defense. And all of a sudden you want to run away and talk about how they're the best player
Hilarious
in the NBA.
for Scal saying that. It's hilarious.
It's just a good take.
It's hilarious
It's
for
a
Scal
good
to say
take.
that. From a guy who watched a lot of Scal, that's hilarious for Scalabrine to
Good,
say.
but it's still a good take. It still makes a lot of sense, right? And so here's the thing.
No, what's hilarious is people saying Jokic doesn't play defense.
I didn't say he doesn't play defense.
I didn't say you. I said people.
But here's what I say is Embiid every year is in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Has he won it?
Jokic is not.
Has he won it?
I don't think he won.
Okay, then.
But he's in the conversation every year. Jokic is nowhere to be found in that conversation.
Yeah.
Not even thought about. And so quit anointing players who fill a stat sheet, Russell, Westbrook, et cetera,
Not Jokic, though.
And
Jokic doesn't stuff it. No, he's impactful.
He's impactful,
Okay.
but they're 5-5 without Jamal Murray. Or they're 50, they're 500 without Jamal Murray.
Okay. Yeah.
5-5 in the last 10.
Okay.
It makes a difference, and you're going to see Jamal Murray's the engine that makes that team run.
Yeah. All right, couple things.
Yeah.
Couple things. First,
You want to give me your list? You want to try to beat down mine?
I love Luka. Luka's not on my list yet.
Okay.
Luka's having a Luka year. We're used to this.
Great.
I will put Tyrese Halliburton up there just because I think he's done fantastic. He's in third.
Point guard.
He's in third. Yes, sir. Second is Joel Embiid because he does great stuff. Are you out of your flipping mind to put Embiid above? You should have shut up. You should have learned your lesson last year. You should have learned your lesson.
Embiid won it last year.
Shut your mouth when I'm
Embiid won
speaking
the
to you.
MVP last
And
year.
he shouldn't have. It should have been Jokic's the whole
Out of your mind.
time.
Out of
I'm
your
not. Shut up. The only thing about Philly that you like is Embiid. Why? Because it goes against Jokic.
Yes.
Okay? You talk about all this stuff like, hey, Jokic, see, he's not that impactful because Jamal goes down there 5-5. Yeah, because Embiid doesn't have anybody like that, right?
No,
He doesn't have anybody.
Let's talk about Embiid.
Let me talk.
Let's
Let me
talk
talk
about Embiid.
All right, listen, if you're just going to come in here and just shove your picks down and I don't get to say anything.
You've said
that's
it.
not- no, I haven't. Let me speak. Tyrese Maxey is a better player than Jamal Murray right now. Right now, he is. He's having a better year than
He's a
Jamal.
better scorer.
He's having a better year, Patna. Okay? Joel Embiid is nice. I'm not saying he's not. He is not the most valuable player on that team.
Can I ask you something?
He is not. After I'm done, absolutely you can.
Yeah.
Jokic is the most valuable player, not only on the Nuggets, but in basketball. You hate stats until you think, well, see these stats, that shows this guy's better. He's not.
That's not true.
He's not. It's absolutely
It's
true.
not true. Let me ask you something.
Please.
Before James
Do I
Harden,
get to talk when you ask?
yes,
Okay.
before James Harden came to Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and it was Embiid in Philadelphia,
Mhm.
who did he play with?
Ben Simmons.
and Tobias Harris.
Yeah, all defensive Ben Simmons.
Were they good?
Yes.
Was Embiid good?
Yes.
Then they flipped Ben Simmons and they ended up getting James Harden.
Yep.
And were they good?
Yes.
Was Embiid good?
Yes.
He was MVP.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this
He
year-
won the MVP
This year,
when it should have went to Jokic.
this year, Harden says, no, let's stop saying that. He won the
true.
MVP.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, we talk about that every year.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do
Listen,
you do in the playoffs? How'd that work out?
it doesn't listen to me.
It doesn't matter. It
Listen
doesn't
to me.
matter.
Listen to
Until
me. It's a
Jokic
regular
struggles in the
season
playoffs,
award.
then we say, "Oh, he shouldn't get it." All I had to listen to was crap from
I'm
you
not-
and everybody
I'm
else
not
that said,
done.
"Oh, hey,
Listen.
Jokic's never won. Can we really give it to him when he's never won anything?" And then the man wins, and what do we say?
Listen.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't matter. It's not a postseason
Listen.
award anyway.
Then Harden leaves.
Yeah.
And you yourself, we can hit the replay on it. You said, don't know what Philly's going to do this year. Your boy's going to struggle. He's not going to have the
I think I
help.
ever said that.
Harden was a great.
Don't think I ever said
player this
that.
year. You did too.
When did I say that?
You did too.
Never said that. Never
So,
said that.
how's Embiid playing this year without Harden?
Fantastic. Same as last year.
Same as last year.
Fantastic.
Doesn't matter.
He'll finish
Put
second.
anybody on the floor with them.
He'll finish second again.
Put anybody on the floor with
Finish
them.
second. He is the second most
He finished
valuable
first
player.
last year, so don't say again.
Again. So he's never finished second before?
He has.
Okay, then. So
Yeah.
again, he will finish second again
Right, sure.
because he's not as valuable
I have
as
Embiid.
Nikola Jokic.
I have Embiid above Jokic right now because we're
Because you hate
seeing-
Jokic.
No, I don't hate
You
Jokic.
hate Jokic.
I told you weeks ago on the podcast.
You did.
I said I think now Jokic has earned my respect. This kid,
and then
this guy is
half an
incredible.
hour later, what did you say?
Jamal Murray was the
No, you said, I'm back off Jokic. I can't
Can't
stand
stand
this
it.
because he's getting too much. You like him too much,
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
I'm back off of him.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, good call on that. Thought maybe you forgot.
No,
You did.
didn't forget.
Good call. But listen, 5-5 right now, 500 without Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see Jokic carry a team.
Okay.
Carry it.
Go ahead and put in the tape. Watch 2 years ago.
Best team.
Watch
doesn't
2
equal-
years ago, he carried the
Let
team.
me ask you something. When the Detroit Pistons were winning championships,
Okay. Yeah.
anybody in that team the best player in the league?
No,
No,
not at all.
they weren't. One close, but they're the best team.
Yeah. What, 2 year run?
Yeah,
A short run.
Denver, same thing.
Can I ask you a question?
Jokic's not the best player.
Can I
in the league.
ask you a question? You be honest.
Yeah,
Who do you have winning the finals this year?
depends on health. A lot of things.
No. Who did you write down that you have winning the finals this year?
But new information.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my finals right now?
Please do.
I have the Suns over the Bucks in 6 games. That's my finals prediction. Suns over the Bucks. I think the Bucks figured out Dame Lillard, Giannis. Giannis is still the best player in basketball. He's the best player in basketball.
You might not be wrong. He might be the best. He's not the most valuable.
He is the best player in basketball. And so I'm going to go Suns. I think Booker, Durant, Bradley. I think they're going to figure that out. They're playing.
Got to figure something out.
They're going to figure it out. I mean, it's still really early in the season.
You
right?
like their bench additions.
I think they made
Grayson
some good
Allen,
additions.
Eric
Yeah,
Gordon.
yeah.
I think they're missing a big guy still. Nurkic isn't going to stay.
But
healthy.
I think there's a couple of them on the market.
There's
You know what I
always a
mean?
couple.
There's always a couple of big guys floating around that'll come in halfway through the season and, oh, we should have got him 30 games ago, right? I mean, come on, let's be real.
I have
so-
the Celtics in the final.
You do have the Celtics.
I have the Celtics losing
You
the
think-
final to the Nuggets.
You have them losing.
Game 6.
You're doing that for the juju.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Because if you pick them,
I honestly think this Nuggets team could be a dynasty. And this could be the team that I think Boston could be the Utah Jazz. I think they could be like, we made it to 3 finals in 4 years and lost to Jokic in all 3 of them. I could see that happening.
or the Lakers, or the Suns.
No, I don't think the Lakers get there.
No, I don't think so this year either.
I think that the Lakers are a long way away.
Yeah, I think they missed the boat. We missed it.
They missed the window. I think now
Yeah.
Pelinka could pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Again.
You know,
Hey, we forget they were in the Western Conference Finals last year, swept by the Nuggets.
swept by the Nuggets. Led
Yeah.
by who?
Jamal Murray.
Nikola Jokic.
Crazy playoff run.
Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Should have been the MVP.
Bruce Brown, actually. I felt like Bruce Brown carried that team to a couple victories.
Well, that's it for us for
Yeah.
NBA.
Who do you guys have in your finals? Throw your finals predictions down below in the comments. We love to read that kind of stuff. Let us know what's going on in your brain, what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Man, we love to have fun and just argue sports. What we do.
Jokic or Embiid, let us know whose side of history are you on?
Yeah.
Team Embiid and Alex Gullett, Team Jokic, Paul Nelson. We'll see you every week for NBA discussion as things heat up.
Yeah.
Make sure you take no plays off.
We're out.